Hello, everyone. My name is Maria BC. I'm glad to welcome all of you at our wonderful webinar. And we're gonna have a very interesting topic today. And I'm gonna give a couple of minutes to our people to join so that nobody should miss an important information. And while we are waiting, you can write in the comments which state you're from. For example, I am from New York, and I would like to see how vast is our geography today. I know that mostly people from the United States are going to be joining, but probably some people, some friends are going to join from Canada. So right now I see that California, San Diego is joining. Hi, that's very nice. What other states we have here? California again, Huntington Beach, Northport, Florida. Oh, I love Florida. Florida is my favorite state. And recently we went to our business spotlight to the conference. And unfortunately, for 2 days when we were there, it was raining, and we were all wondering because we wanted to see the sun, but unfortunately, there was no sun, and it was raining. Okay, now let me open the comments, and maybe we'll see some other comments. So I see that New Jersey is joining us. That's great. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that so many people just stopped for one moment and dedicated this time to learn something new about how we can improve our health and maybe learn some life hacks on how to cleanse our body. Okay, I think that everybody who wanted to join is already present here, and let me start. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to repeat. My name is Maria BC, and I live in New York. I'm a mom of three, and I'm an executive partner with Coral Club and a detox coach. I help people to take care of their health and cleanse their bodies. And before we start a very interesting topic, antiparasitic program, I'm gonna remind you that right now, starting from June 6th, we have a challenge which is called Get Rid of the Access for our wonderful customers. And if you want to be an organizer of such a challenge, you should complete the Challenge Organizer School, which you can find on Coral Business Academy. And over there, you can find all the necessary material, and you can obtain all the necessary skills to organize such a challenge. So don't lose this opportunity, just use it. So today's topic is antiparasitic programs that our amazing company offers us. And when I talk to people during the cleansing program, that it's just the part of the concept of health, sometimes they get skeptical and even get offended. And they say, I don't have any parasites. I don't need this kind of programs. I wash hands really well. I wash my fruits and vegetables with soap. I eat very good food. I don't go to India and so on. But then when eventually they take these programs just for preventive measures, and it's a real shock for them when they see that some helminths or some parasites are just coming out of them. So when we talk about parasites, usually people imagine like really long worms that eat you from the inside. But it's not only them. When we talk about parasites, we also refer to bacteria, viruses, to fungi, to different microorganisms that could live in our cells. And We all saw how little, very tiny parasites, very small virus caused the pandemic all over the world, and how many people just suffered from it. You can get infected with parasites even in the most expensive restaurant. And those of you who love sushi, for example, you can write the plus sign in the comments, and this way we're gonna see how many sushi lovers we have here. For example, I like sushi, but at the same time, I know and I realize that it's just a number one source of getting infected with parasites, as well as a medium well done steak with blood in the middle. It's also the one of the ways of getting infected. Also, when you use the public transportation, or you touch the doorknobs, or money, or for example, you take your phone with your dirty hands and then you answer your phone, this is one of the ways of getting parasites as well. If you have pets at home, for example, cute little kitty or cute little doggy, they can also bring parasites to you. So according to the World Health Organization, there are 1.5 billion of people who are infected with parasites. And we are talking about those people who took the test. But imagine how many people just don't even suspect and don't realize that they are infected with parasites and they didn't take tests. So parasites are those who live by the means of the host, and they don't actually have a goal to kill the host, but they learn how to adapt really well, and they learn how to disguise. And usually it's very difficult, it's very hard to find out if you have parasites through the tests. As I said, it's very hard to do, but there are common symptoms that can show you that you have parasites in your body. Number one is fatigue and weakness. Also, low hemoglobin. For example, ascarids, they live by pairs, so a male and female. And one ascarid drinks 40 milliliters of your blood every day. So consequently, two of them will drink 80 milliliters of blood every day. Just imagine how much blood you give away to those parasites. So another symptom, a very common symptom, is when you're craving for sweets. Just remember when you go to the grocery, you see some chocolates and you see some candies and you really want to buy them. Just remember at this moment that it's not you who wants it, but it's the fungi, the bacteria, and the parasites who are craving for it, because our body and our cells don't need sweets, but those parasites, they really want to enjoy it, and they manipulate it. They manipulate you into buying it. So also you can have problems with digestion, constipation, or diarrhea. Also weight loss, even though the person can eat well, he can eat a lot, he can have a good appetite, but anyway, he loses weight. Also insomnia, fever without any other symptoms, enlarged or inflamed nodules. And sometimes when kids get sick very often, is also the sign that you can that you should do antiparasitic program for them. So those symptoms are really unpleasant, but the good news is that we can show who is the host and who is the master in the house. And if the nature created those parasites, then it should have taken care of how to protect us against them. And our company, Coral Club company, offers us a natural program which doesn't have any synthetic or chemical elements that can harm your health. It's all natural and it's all safe. The questions that frequently asked questions are those, what is the best time to do antiparasitic programs? And I usually tell people that you should take it in spring and in fall, because it is the season of weddings for parasites. It is the season when they get married and they have little babies, and that's when you have your allergies worsened. So your allergies get worse, your skin rash gets worse. And I remember how I used to have an allergy, and springtime was a disaster for me. When there was blooming of the trees, I all the time had red eyes and stuffy nose, and I just wanted to be in the dark room so nobody should touch me, and the light really bothered me. But after I had the cleansing program and anti-parasitic program as the one of the steps of the concept of health, all my symptoms just went away, and I don't remember when the last time I had them. So just remember that spring and fall are the best time to take antiparasitic program. But of course, if, for example, you take 90 days program, the concept of health, and the next step you know that is antiparasitic program, of course you should take it even if it's summer or winter, because of course you're gonna have great results. So let's see what our company has to offer us as natural program. As I said, this is a very safe program, and actually it doesn't kill the parasites, but it creates very uncomfortable conditions for them, so that they cannot stand it and they just coming out. The conditions are created by alkaline water and bitter herbs. So why do we use alkaline water? Because in 1932, the German scientist Otto Warburg, he proved that cancer cells, they do not develop in alkaline environment. And later on, his successors also proved that bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites, they cannot multiply and they cannot develop in alkaline environment. So when we say such diagnoses as otitis, gastritis, bronchitis, everything that ends in TIS, teeth, it means that some bacteria lives in there. Because somebody who created us, he created us alkaline, so that different helminths, different bacteria and viruses shouldn't consider our body as their home. But what we do, we willingly acidify our body by drinking tea, by drinking coffee, carbonated drinks, and eating sugar. By the way, sugar is very acid. And this way we create very comfortable conditions for them to multiply. Of course, we will never be sterile, and this is not actually the goal. Sometimes when there is a small amount of parasites that even can help us, for example, Candida, it's a fungi who eats some rotten bacteria inside of our intestines. But when this fungi is starting to grow, that's where we have problems with our health. And usually I like to tell such an example. It's the same as with guests. For example, if only 3 guests come to our house, they stay for 3 days, you cook for them, you feed them, you entertain them, and it's all fine. You don't have any problems with that. But if, for example, imagine for a moment, if not 3, but 33 guests are coming to your house and decide to stay there for 30 days. What's gonna happen? You're gonna run out of food very quickly. Your fridge is gonna be empty. You are not gonna have enough food for yourself. And imagine how much mess and how much garbage you're gonna have after those 33 guests. And the same happens to us in our body with parasites. If it's small amounts, maybe it's not a big problem, but if there is a lot of parasites, then they eat. For example, if you eat different vitamins, healthy food, minerals, it's them who eat first, and only after them you enjoy the leftovers from them. So, and how much toxins they leave after themselves, which eventually lead to some diagnoses as asthma, stones in kidneys, livers, skin rashes, different skin problems, eczema, and dermatitis, unfortunately. But let's see what our wonderful company prepared for us. I'm gonna talk about 2 programs today, Parashield and Parashield Plus. We're gonna do the unboxing. Let's start with Parashield. Let me open it. So number 1 product in this program is Coral Mine. It's a relic coral from the island Okinawa, and what it does, it makes the water, it transforms any water to alkaline, and the water becomes very soft and structured. And when you try this water, you will never be able to drink something else. I have this water with me all the time, and let me try to take one sip. You should also take a moment and hydrate yourself, and this water is really wonderful. But what's good about it in this program is that it creates alkaline environment, and the parasites just can't stand it. So number 1 is Coral Mine. Then goes Paraphyte. Paraphyte, we usually call it the king of antiparasitic program because it has 12 herbs inside, and also it works as a detoxifier. I really like Paraphyte. So next goes Coral Burdock root. It also detoxifies our body, and our skin becomes wonderful after a coral burdock root. And what's most important about it, if you have some ulcers or wounds inside of your gastrointestinal tract, this product helps you to heal these wounds. It's a very good one. So next goes MSM. It's an organic sulfur, and its main function to relax muscles of the parasites, and they become like really dizzy, and they look like they are drunk, and this way it's easier to get rid of them. Also, sulfur helps us to have strong nails, beautiful hair, and also it helps with our joints and cartilage tissues. So this is called MSM. And the last product, but not least, is Superflora. Of course, when we get rid of the parasites, when we get rid of helminths and different bacteria, we need to bring a good bacteria inside of our intestinal tract. And sometimes people have such a problem as bloating, and they burp uncontrollably. For example, I had this situation with my 4-year-old son. He started to burp uncontrollably, and what I did, first of all, antiparasitic program for kids, and then I added Superflora. It's a probiotic, and only when he started to take these capsules, his burps just went away. So it's really important to have Superflora at home. And of course, our company thought everything through. If you don't know how to use this product, it has a very detailed instruction on which supplements to take and how many days and how many capsules. By the way, this program lasts 1 month. So you have supplements here for 1 month. And this program, again, is called Parashield. This is a very basic program, and I can recommend this program to kids as well as to adults. And just don't be afraid to give it to kids, because all the products are natural and everything is safe. So this is about Parashield. Now I would like to talk about Parashield Plus. Um, so besides those products that we have in Parashield, we have something else. So Parashield Plus is lasts 2 months, and that's why you have 2 packs of coral mine water. So you have 2 of them. Again, you have Paraphyte. I talked about it before. Also MSM sulfur, which relaxes the muscles of parasites. Also, it has Superflora and coral burdock root. But besides all those products, we have Assimilator. This is my #1 favorite product. It's plant-based enzymes, and it helps to digest our food. It helps to break down the food into carbohydrates, protein, and fats. And what's most important about Assimilator, it is able to dissolve the skin of the parasites. So again, it's easier this way in this condition to get rid of them. I really love Assimilator, and even if I don't have antiparasitic program, I take it every day because it helps me with the digestion. So next product is coral black walnut. It's antiviral and antibacterial product, and also it has a vitamin C inside, and I usually like to recommend it to kids during the antiparasitic program because it has vitamin C, and also it's very good against fighting against parasites. And this is actually my favorite product, Powdarka with selenium. It's the entry, and it is considered to be the natural antibiotic. So it's again antibacterial, antiviral, and when my kids get sick, or even when I get sick, I all the time take this Powdarko, and it helps me. It helps because the viruses stopped development, and also it has selenium inside, and this is the addition. So it is considered to be antioxidant, which is really good for our health. So, and of course, this program also has a very detailed instructions. You don't have to be afraid that you forget something. Everything is written here, so all the time you can go to the instructions. This is all about the programs, about the unboxing, and I would like to tell you what kind of results we can have after this program, which is so pleasant. So #1, you gonna have a really beautiful skin. We had a case in our team one of the girls, she suffered from acne, and her mother insisted that she had an antiparasitic program. She was really skeptical. She didn't want to start, but only because her mother insisted, she started. And in 4 days, the helminths started to come out from her body, and it lasted for almost 2 weeks. And after all of them were gone, her face started to be clear. It was smooth and it was glowing. So she got rid of the reason why she had acne problem, and her face was really smooth and beautiful. It was really nice to look at her. Also, what you achieve during this program, antiparasitic program, the cravings for sweets, they just stop. I remember when I first time had 90-day programs and a 90-day program, and as one of the steps, antiparasitic program, Parashield Plus, I remember that I didn't want to have any sweets, and I visited my friends. I visited her, and as she was a really nice host, she offered me coffee and some chocolate. And I told her, I don't really want it. I don't have a desire to eat it. And she was like, didn't understand me. And she was drooling over those chocolates. And that was the time when I told her about our cleansing program. And it was very interesting to hear. And after that, she started that program as well. So also skin problems usually go away, eczema and dermatitis, everything starts to clear up. I also want to tell you one more example. Right now, I have a 4-month-old baby, and his mom came to me because he had eczema, and nothing really helped, no cream helped. And every day his cheeks became worse and worse. They were really red. So we started antiparasitic program for kids, and that's one more proof that it's very safe even for these little infants. So, and 1 month passed, and a couple of days ago she sent me a picture how the helminths started to come out in his diaper. So she sent me the picture, and his cheeks started to be pale pink. So we have a progress. And so, as I said, we get rid of the reason, and everything becomes really good. Also, people who have joints problem, usually it's the sign that fungi, the sign of fungi who eats cartilage tissues. And as the time goes by, people start to have pain in their joints, and usually it's because of the fungi. So in order to prevent such kind of a problem, you should think about it before. As the saying says, you should take care of your disease 5 years before it starts. So those antiparasitic programs also help with the joints. And after these programs, insomnia goes away, hyperactivity in kids. And when kids get sick very often, after they do such programs regularly, at least 2 times a year, you're gonna see that your kids start to be healthy again. So that is all about antiparasitic programs, and probably you have some questions about the products and how they work. You can write down those questions in our comments, and I will be able to answer them. And maybe while you take some time and think about the questions, I would like to remind you one more time that right now we have a challenge. Get rid of the access. And if you want to start lead people, if you want to start to lead people in groups and not to say one and the same information all over again to separate people. You can work with them in groups. You should take a challenge school or a challenge organizer school on our Coral Business Academy on their website, and you have all the necessary material that you should learn the information, pass the test, get the certificate, and after it, you're gonna have all the knowledge, all the necessary skills, and ready-made material for your social media, for your posts, and for your stories. So those challenges, they're really great to increase your sales and also to attract more and more people who are interested in health. So I hope that my presentation was really helpful to you. Probably you learned some new information. And let me see if you have any questions. Looks like you don't, but anyway, I'm really happy to see that for some of you this information was really useful. I hope that it will help you in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your comments. I'm glad that you liked the webinar, and I just want to wish you to stay healthy with Coral Club and be happy again with Coral Club, because our health is just number one. That's the most important thing in our life, to be healthy, because if we don't have health, then we are not gonna enjoy any of our achievements, any expensive clothes and things. That's just it will not matter for us. So be again, I'm gonna repeat it, be healthy and take care of your health together with Coral Club. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, and I think we're gonna finish here. Bye bye.